Hi there, and welcome back to early access of Shadowbringers, where we are getting very, very close to level 78, actually. In case I forget, because I probably will, in case I forget to add it in to the previous video, the Squadron Battle Manual, the XP earned, is identical to the Free Company buff. So if you happen to be visiting another world, as I am, you can use one of the Squadron Battle Manuals, of which I have several, and you can use those. So I went and did some of the side quests. I've uncovered a little bit more of the map, rescued some folks, and we're now going down for maintenance, as the game is tomorrow. Emergency maintenance, first thing in the morning, very early in the morning. Not going to bother me because I've got to go to work. Not that it'll do you any good, but we have to have a Talos we've been meaning. But we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you'd like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus's griping for a change. For some reason, I put my controller on the floor. Right. Where is it? Oh, it's here. It's a big boy. So golems on the source are animated by magic from the meteor that, what's the face, Shantoto prevented destroying the world several hundred years ago. I know this because I did the Black Mage quest recently. And the crystals that were on that meteor is what powers the bigger golems. But I guess they didn't have anything like that here. Or maybe they did. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. Really? I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us, 'tis true, but here before us sleeps a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. Will likely require naught but a few modest repairs and a suffusion of ether. Yeah, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you. What exactly do you reckon's the problem? I would stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, though such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. As I did suspect from the first, it is host to a network of veins through which ether floweth freely. Or so it would, were it not for several fractures which now impede said flow. How the else did you get all that from just a glance? Take it you thought up a solution as well, then. To bridge these fissures requireth a material highly conducive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Might I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require? Not far beyond the walls of Twine dwelleth a creature of living stone, the Demajen. Full sure am I that stone from such a being would prove most suitable to our needs. Yeah, I ran past a few of those, and aggroed a dozen of them. Very good. I shall have Thancred and Minfilia attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to the flow of ether in the Talos, and thus would I ask you to provide 3 stones with the Demajen. All else will be made ready upon thy return. Woohoo! Okay. Let's get out there and get debating. Did I talk to you before? No, I did not. I've forgotten how to play. Pow! Oh. Oh, my chocobo's gone. I took a half hour for lunch, you see? Bam, 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 ba, da, ba, da. Bum, bum. Ah. That's a 1. Thistle moles. Yeah, I was trying to get used to how the controller does things last night. And I was fiddling around with a lot of the options in the menus. And one of them automatically locks you on. And that was really weird because it changed your ability to... Well, to do this to start with. I don't know why anybody would turn it on. But I'm sure there must be a reason. And people that do so. Either way, when it comes to single target enemies like this, yeah, out in the open world, not in dungeons, it's pretty good. For multiple targets, though, it does tend to be a little bit easier when using the mouse. Right. While I'm here, I'm very quickly going to do this side quest. Tancred and Minfilia will return ere long with the remaining supplies we require. Didst thou succeed in procuring stone from the Demajen? Yes, we did. Fine specimens, one and all, you have my thanks. We need now but wait for Tancred and Minfilia's return. From end to end, the paths by which ether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They but require a sufficient endowment. Gonna take more than one? It's not moving. Strange. The core refuses to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos is more dire than I previously surmised. As a heart driveth blood through a man's veins, so doth the core ether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored. So it was the heart after all. I did foresee this outcome? Well, no, not exactly. We'd never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another in case things turned out as they are now, but... Eric? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jerick, if something went wrong, maybe we can help. Alright, alright. After all you lot have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. Ba 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 ba. Right, Jerick. The truth hurts. Ooh, a weapon! Jerick may come to regret his next decision. Right then. The Talos. The hearts can't be made just of any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. The place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. It was 3 years ago when she... Nah, I can't. I'm sorry. We have to hear it from Thaf or someone else. Is this Magnus's wife? Is this why he's Back to the tavern then. Yeah, it sounds like Magnus came back with his wife and kid. Or was it just his wife? But either way, I'm guessing his wife's not around, so... Still here, eh? You can ask, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? Gosh damn it, Jay. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Do you know you made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all? He was probably thinking you could help change things around here. I think he may be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know. Sad music. This tends to be the music they play when somebody's died.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more.
And this is why he hasn't.
Most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed.
Alls.
We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her.
Oh, jeez.
To find her body.
That's why Magnus is a drunken wreck.
Magnus has never been the same since.
Not surprising.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
In the mines? Yeah, the whole Shadowbringers storyline so far... Oh no, the graveyard. The storyline so far has just been about people dealing with loss.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
Tancred knows a bit about loss.
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna.
They've got kind of Russian names.
Being here with them, it
Or
beats
Viking.
going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow the bottle's never deep enough.
I like the fact that they've got the labels on the bottle. It's not just a generic bottle.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Yep.
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter.
As kids are wont to do. Hey!
But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down.
And this has been Thancred's driving motivation for his entire character arc. Redemption, making up for that mistake.
That's why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on. For those we have lost. For those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
All good stories revolve around conflict, be it physical conflict or emotional conflict, and this has just been full of emotional conflict. Why must he always treat me like this? No one is allowed near the mines. I think we're going to change that. Full well do I know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for this Talos. Laugh, knowest thou any location wherein we might find the stone we require? No matter how scant the possibility, we would seize it. I told you near all the veins were tapped dry years ago. I suppose if you really wanted to try, you might find something at Nuvi's leavings. It was open well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthian, and tell him I sent you. But don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thine assistance is most appreciated. Demajen, I think it best Thancred join thee in this search. Though he would be quick to deny it, his heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. It would be unwise to ignore his distress. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Off to somewhere, are you? We're going mining. At last, a lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. Can't very well have you go on your own, either way. Wasn't actually expecting that, I was just going to do the jingle. Enhanced plunge! And finally, a new weapon. Unfortunately, this weapon actually doesn't look all that good. My inventory's full of tats. Did I just hear a Moogle? Yeah, I need to do some inventory management at some point. But is this going to take us to 77 quest? Yes, it is. So this is the first 77 quest. So we are an entire level ahead currently. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nuvi's leavings was to the south, was it? Going. Also, Sven! Have you seen a charm like this before? I found it among the stones brought for the mine. A lot of the workers wear these for good luck, and I expect whoever lost it is wondering where it went. the first time I've seen one made from cat's eye, so the owner shouldn't be too hard to track down. I'll go and look for them myself, but I've got too much to do here. Would you be able to go to my place? The graveyard keeper is quite knowledgeable about charms and whatnot, so it might be worth asking him. I can do that. Should do that quickly. Tancred. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving. Though we should probably hear what Guthjon has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him, that is. Do I shoot? Oops. Keep doing that. You discovered a new location. More gnomes? There's no place like Gnome. A lot of bats in this expansion, I'm noticing. Guthjon! Huh? Who are you? And what are you doing in here? Well, you should have listened to Thaf. You're wasting my time. But this site is not as developed as the others, is it not? Surely there must be something left. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is Leonine. All the Talos in the Hills of Amber are powered using them. Or were, at least. Anyway, what's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use Talos to keep the pathway from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. Then our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of Leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. A dungeon. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine. What do you want? The other day I found a verbate gold piece down in the mines. A bloody verbate gold piece. Wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was lurking. Find it, I'll tell you what you want to know. You drive a hard bargain, sir, but we'll take it. It seems we have our work cut out for us, Demajen. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. As I'm sure you've noticed, despite the best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here. Meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in and I handle this area here? I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drops effect's wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry. Why? Why would anybody need those in a place with an overabundance of light? Gold piece is not there. Gnome. There are lots of Talos around. Dark Shadow. As you search the shadows, a glint catches your eye. You turn over a rock and find the verbate gold piece. As expected. Back we go. Stealth. I was hoping you'd drop the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool me for thinking Lady Luck was on our side. But wait. Or maybe she is. Yours, at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. Well, I couldn't have done it without your sin drops. So you say, but you have a proven knack for success regardless of circumstances. I doubt very much I could have discovered it unassisted. I only managed to survive the Kirtham wilderness in the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood and one of my few positive traits which endear me to Louisoix, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage? Well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now, let's hurry back to Guthrum. The sooner we get back to Urianger and Minfilia, the better. Yes, let's get back to him. He's all of 5 feet away. You're back. Wait, does that mean... Cha-ching! I'll be damned. You actually found it. Well, a deal's a deal. Don't think this means you'll find what you're after. Oh, look, we get some dye. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did. And I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Where's he gone? He's outside the mines. So I guess we can go and explore those at our leisure. Or maybe there are some quests down there that we may have to complete later on. Gnome. Freaky share. Ah. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air went so stale. But you're not come here to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. First, I have to ask. You ever heard of rockworms? No, but I saw some of them. Rockworms? I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down there we could never hope to reach. And on occasion, they come back with something valuable. They dig up Leonine in the mines? In a rare occurrence, but yes. They said it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide, so how can we draw out these rockworms? I was going to say, I'm sure I saw a load of them down south. Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless, check their bags. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they like to bring back. Want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here and I'll take a look. Okay then. We should split up if we're to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the other parts in between them. Right, let us grab some smoke bombs. Very slowly grab some smoke bombs. In we go. So, I'm being attacked by gnomes. I do not wish to get smashed by gnomes. New weapons made a little bit of a difference. Smoke bomb. Is this gonna... Oh, we've got to put them at several positions first. Megalobats. Right, where was the other one? Up by the first entrance. Yeah, screw you guys. I suspect there'll probably be a notorious monster or something down here at some point. It seems like that kind of room. Crevice. The air in the mines grows thick with smoke. Nearby, you can hear the soft rumbling of stones. Inspect the rubble and slay any knockers that appear to acquire glittering rocks. Like, these aren't worms. These are very clearly goblins. Oh. I'm just going to sit here and take that because they're not going to do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, I actually recover more health with Soul Eater than I take from Shatter, so... This may take some time, though. And done. Took a little while. Hope it's worth it. There you are. Find anything promising? Bye, Triskelion. Between the two of you, I'd say you've got quite the haul. Best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take time for me to sift through all this. But...
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a miner.
I think I vaguely remember that. I may be wrong.
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
I can't imagine she thought too highly of you back then. Not your finest hour, to say the least.
Far from it. And Flamine has never let me live it down.
Nope.
But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right. And I will not squander it again.
Ah, but how, Thancred? How?
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Oh, I think we probably are. It will be most fortuitous.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky.
Well.
It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
Said Thancred, master of rocks.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Oh? Oh, is it from Magnus's wife?
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schoolie.
So it's her last.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it. She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone.
Coincidence
No
or fate?
other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
Well, have a heart. Gudrun is still reeling from your miraculous find. I couldn't believe it had I not seen it for myself. Before you set it in the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Gudrun, for all your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. Highly successful outing. And it seems, a vain pursuit. Mining puns. Some more ether current quests to go and do. I shall do that off screen because that is actually a fine time to end this episode. We will speak with Magnus and probably start the next episode off with some feels. And then I strongly suspect that will be time for us to go into a dungeon. We'll see how that goes. Until next time, folks. Thank you all for joining me. and I will see you again. Cheerio.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe. Remember to ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.